Hi class, it's me again, Nathan Simpson. Today I'm going to be telling an Aztec myth of the axolotl. Just in case anyone doesn't know what an axolotl is, an axolotl is a Mexican salamander. It's a very powerful symbol in Mexico. You see they have a crown of gills around their head. They can regenerate any part of their body up to and including their spine, and they actually don't reach adulthood. They stay the same age. They're basically tadpoles their entire lives. Now, the story of how this came to be is in the beginning, the Aztec gods created this world. This is the fifth world they'd created. The four before all ended in tragic ways, and they were creating the fifth world, this one. The Aztec gods created a beautiful, magnificent sun that sat in the sky, but it wouldn't move across the sky. They needed it to, obviously. They knew that it needed more energy, and the only way to give it that energy was through sacrifice. So the Aztec gods decided to sacrifice themselves. One of these gods was named Xolotl. Xolotl is a mischievous god. He's the god of deformities. He's a god of twins. He's the twin brother of Quetzalcoatl, who is one of the most important deities in Aztec culture. And Xolotl was tasked with performing these sacrifices. So he was to sacrifice each of the gods one by one, and then himself in the end. Well, he began this task, sacrificing god after god. And when it came time to sacrifice his brother, the god of wind, very mighty, wonderful, he couldn't bring himself to do it. He didn't want to sacrifice himself. He was afraid. He started crying and crying until he had nothing but empty sockets left where his eyes were. And then he ran away. Well, his brother Quetzalcoatl knew what had to be done and that he had to be there for it. So he chased after him. Well, Xolotl, being the mischievous shape-shifting god that he was, turned into a stalk of corn with two stalks. But his brother knew his tricks, and he soon found him, so he began to run again. He again thought he could fool his brother, and he turned into an agave plant. Well, his brother recognized and found him once again, and he started to run again. He came to a lake. He jumped in and turned into a salamander. Well, this time when his brother found him, figured out who he was, he caught him. He got him to perform the sacrifice. He killed him, sacrificed himself, and the sun was able to move through the sky as they needed it to. And that's why, to this day, axolotls are considered very sacred creatures. It's why they have these superpowers, so to speak. And Xolotl, to this day, is the one responsible for taking the sun from the sky and guiding it down into the underworld each night before his brother at dawn leads it back into the sky.